I know. Let's see a movie.
And a six-pack of beer.
Dude, you should review movies.
Oh my god, yes.
Okay, I've had a couple, so time for movie review.
Welcome to another edition of Six Pack Cinema. This week we're talking snow cop movies. We're talking Michael Fassbender. We're talking The Snowman. I'm joined as always by my co-hosts Sheehan and Jimmy. How you guys doing today?
Not bad, not bad. Feeling pretty good, actually. Feeling like winter.
I feel good as well. I'm drunk.
All right.
What we do here.
Disclosing that to the listeners this week.
Yeah, I'm off white wine and sunshine.
Did you at least drink a six-pack of white wine?
I had 6 glasses of wine, sure, yeah.
All right. Well, with that, let's hop right into our snap impressions for this week. What do you guys got?
I'll go first. The Snowman is a sad and cautionary tale. It'll be taught in film school from here on. It's just tragic. Great location, great story, great cast, terrible execution. They killed a great story, and I feel bad for the author of this book that he probably wrote like a cool story, great crime drama. And the director, the scheduler of time, there's a lot of things that, I read afterwards that went wrong with this. And it just felt like a rough draft. And you would be like, yeah, this is a great rough draft. Build on this. Make sure there's more of this and complete the story, because this isn't complete. This is just a rough draft. That's what I felt.
All right. Sheehan, what about you?
We need to start watching better movies. This is the third time out of the 7th. This is the 7th episode we've done. 3 times I walked out of the theater saying, what the fuck did I just watch? It didn't make sense. At the end, you're like, wow, that was really, 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 really shittily done. Why do we keep watching these shit movies? I got into this
because they have good trailers. Trailers are what's throwing us off, I think.
I got into this to say, like, oh, wait, we're going to watch, like, these magnificent films. We're going to break them down in a real way. And we're going to get ready for the Oscars. No, we're watching, like, legit the bottom tier garbage shit that comes up on the editing floor. They're like, maybe this will be a movie. We'll throw this together.
We should have gone to see Geostorm.
I tried to write notes in this thing, and I got so turned around in my oon thoughts. I'm like, well, I'll start with the killer. Let's break him back. Let's break him down from like the end and work forward. I couldn't do that. All right, let's go with the detective. Okay, let's figure out what his deal was. There was no, that can't really figure that shit out either. Not one thing made sense. There's no cohesive line of thought from beginning to end on any character.
No, absolutely none. The one thing I'll say this movie did have going for it is it had one of the greatest twists I've ever seen in a movie, which was that Martin Scorsese executive produced this and was very hands-on, apparently. You don't think that, like, seeing this movie.
You saw Silence, right?
Yeah, I like Silence.
0 for 2.
What? You're an idiot.
Sorry, 0 for 2.
Silence is a great movie, but it's just long as fuck. Like, I never want to watch it again.
We're not talking about Silence. We're not talking about Silence.
All right.
I have a question. You guys seeing the movie, seeing the story. I mean, this is not a judgment on the movie, obviously. Do you think this book that it's based off is terrible? It's clearly
no.
They clearly did a terrible job at a good story. I mean,
no.
You don't agree with that?
No, I agree with that. I don't think it's a bad book at all. I think that they just forgot a third of the movie on the editing floor.
Definitely. It felt
not even on the editing floor. They didn't even get to film it. That was some of the interviews and stuff.
I saw a director came out and said, like, hey, this is before even the release date. It was like, yeah, this movie's going to suck. We kind of got to the end and realized we didn't have a full movie. We couldn't even piece it together. So it was just like, nobody had faith in this movie at all. So why should I don't.
Did your back just fall off your chair again?
It did. I was choosing to ignore that.
You broke motherfucker. My God.
No, but that's my point.
Yo, chair company, sponsor the pod. Send me a chair.
I don't really know how to judge. I don't really know how to judge this movie because it's bad. All right, like obviously, if this is the final cut, super bad. It's like not good, not acceptable to offer to the public.
Not a good movie at all.
But if this is the first draft that you give to a screening room, you'd say, hey, there's a lot of good going on here. Tighten it up, make it connect, figure it out, and you have I'm sure this book is good, and this writer of the book is like, God fucking damn it. I sold the rights to my book to these assholes, and they just sold me short. I thought the location, the overhead shots, the snow were so nice. Somehow they got a great cast to do it. And then the director, the planning, the schedule planner, it's the director. He's in charge of everything. You got to know how much time you have. Like, I think he just put it in control of whoever his schedule shooter is. And they just didn't get enough time. But in terms of the Bronx Tale, this movie is wasted talent. And there's nothing worse than wasted talent. Mother,
for sure.
Mother was a complete product. That director, like the final...
Don't start saying it's better. Oh, God.
No, it's not better than, or it's not worse than Mother.
It's not worse.
This is a better movie than Mother.
Thank you, David.
I know what you're saying, though.
Because Mother was the final result he wanted. The director wanted the final result of Mother. This director knew he fucked up. He was like, this is not what I was going for. All the actors were like, this is not the complete story. So part of my heart is like sympathetic. Like, God damn, you guys fucked up.
For sure.
So bad that I feel bad for you. Like, this movie sucks, but I feel bad for you. And I feel really, really bad for the writer of the novel.
Absolutely. I don't understand how they didn't see this cut and then just like realize that, hey, we fucked up. We need to push it back a year, do some reshoots, and finish it. Because if this had been finished and you had the additional 20% that they never got to film, I think this would be an awards contender at least. The cast is there. The story was a good story. And if the pacing was better and the scenes made sense, I could see it at least getting people nominated. I don't know if it would win anything.
Can you imagine any other field of work where you can put in 80% of a final project and say, no, we're gonna try to sneak this past everybody? Who the fuck is having a dog fight?
Our dog yells when one of us is in the hallway.
Okay. Okay.
Like
let me try to get my right train of thought back. All right. So I'm an architecture. If I try to pass off a set of drawings that are 80% done as a final set, we'd be fucking crucified. There's no chance it gets done.
Oh, absolutely.
How could this possibly be like an actual option for him to put this movie out, saying, no, well, it's not good.
As far as as far as I saw, he didn't want to, and like no one wanted to, but the studio was like, well, we're not going to lose money, so make a movie out of what you shot, and we're going to make money off it. And fucking Medellin effect, they put together a great trailer out of having nothing. This was Entourage.
They really did.
Medellin. That was what this is, because the trailer was great. The trailer was great, but it was also a little bit marketed wrong. Because was anyone scared at any point in this? Like, was this a thriller at all? It was just kind of a drama.
It was supposed to be. They tried to.
But there was
a couple times in the beginning when you didn't realize it was the husband walking in, and you like that one of that first lady with the daughter. That was more thriller-esque, like the
suspense.
First, like,
that was a little bit of a suspense. Yeah. Nothing scary. At one point in my notes, I have very few notes because I was kind of like, what? Just watching this. And halfway through, I wrote this. This is a cozy movie. And I don't think that's what they're going for at all. But I was just coming off working a 9-hour day filming and the Yankees losing the season. And I was sitting in the movie theater. It was nice and chilly and air conditioned in there. And there was snow all over the screen and like snow falling. And I wasn't scared or even worried about what was happening on the screen. And I just thought, this is a nice, cozy movie. I'm very comfortable watching it. Which I don't think is what they were going for. They wanted us to be scared and suspensed.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. All right, I got to ask you guys this question.
Yes.
Is it time for Fassbender to fire his agent? Because the man is a fantastic actor. What was the last actually good movie he was in?
I don't know.
This isn't the calling card for firing him, because just like Us, it's a great story. If someone tells you like this is the book,
but I'm saying at this point though, I think this is just the breaking point.
I've always
look at his recent movies. He hasn't been in anything good since.
I've loved him
Days
in
of Future
X-Men.
Past.
X-Men's great. He was 2 years ago. He was in X-Men.
But yeah, those movies are.
He was excellent in
okay.
Steve Jobs. He was a lot better at Steve Jobs than the other guy from.
How many movies ago was that? I feel like that was like 5 years ago.
Did you just act like you didn't know Ashton Kutcher's name?
I was blanking on it. I was hoping you would miss it. I was going to say the guy from that 70s show. Sorry.
When was Steve Jobs?
2015.
Oh, right. That was pretty recent.
No, I won't. This would not be a movie I would blame Fassbender's agent on, because I think it's like the easiest movie. Like, it's based off a novel. It's a cool setting. I think the director was too into. This is coming out of nowhere. I did a year of film school. That's all my knowledge on this. This is like not based in fact at all. I would guess this director, and he's directed a lot of movies before that people loved, spent too much time on scenes. Every single shot was a moving camera, which means a lot of takes. Like, even when they were just sitting at a restaurant talking, the camera was panning one way or the other, which means, say the cameraman fucks up, just to, like, niches it a bit, redo that shot. Blah, blah, blah. Redo that shot. Say you mess up a dialogue, you can't, if it's a still camera, you can fumble one word, recover, keep saying the dialogue and cut it out and make it work with other things. But when a moving camera, it has to be fluid. Like, the whole take has to be great. And that was this entire movie, which I noticed, which was cool, even so far as like when him and Oleg were on the train and the whole thing was moving. And then him and what turned out to be serial killer. So I think it was a little maybe too ambitious for the time schedule they had. And that's pretty naive guess. But it was directed nicely. I think he just put too much into getting coverage than telling story, because there was large holes.
Yeah, but to go into what you're saying, how they had to have everything perfect. One of my first note, I pulled out my cell phone on the phone. First time I pulled out my cell phone in the theater. First time I've ever done this is because like I needed to write down these things I was thinking. First note, lip dub. Whenever Val Kilmer talked,
there's
very,
an excuse
very, very
for that
clear.
at least.
Is he dead? Like, what's wrong?
No.
I looked it up as well.
He had really bad. He had really bad cancer that he's recovering from, and it messed up his throat, so he can't really speak above a whisper for extended periods of time. I think they just need to find someone who, when they dub his voice, it looks like the voice should be coming out of that body, because the voice did not match Val Kilmer at all.
ADR is super
and I can even respect. Yeah, no, and I can even respect wanting to give him a role, because the man's a legend. He just overcame cancer. Give him a role to help him like bring some money in, but find a better voiceover.
So I just shit on a guy who's got throat cancer. Good on me.
No, but I mean that was John. That was a note for me as well, because it was the most obvious thing. Like, what the fuck?
It was really bad.
Why would you cast Val Kilmer and then dub his voiceover? Either that came down to Val Kilmer had no time to ADR once he got through throat cancer. They had no money to reshoot. Obviously, they didn't care. They were like, this is a fucking failure. We're not spending more money to reshoot a Val Kilmer scene. Let's just hire someone to dub his voice. And then they were like, that's it. Who the fuck cares? And they made money off all three of us with it. So, joke's on us, I guess, because it was pretty bad. It's pretty...
No, joke's on MoviePass.
Joke's on MoviePass, yeah.
Yeah, and the homeless people that paid to go in to nap into the theater and probably woke up mid Val Kilmer scene, being like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Okay, you want to go into a little like quick notes?
I got a whole notebook full of notes here. You want them?
Okay, my first one. I want to say my first one. The lead officer, the hell is it? Fassbender's boss there.
Mm-hmm.
He looked like Tim Allen with a fish allergy. He was
Okay.
like bloated. I couldn't get past it. I was like, this is Tim Allen who just had bad shellfish.
All right.
And also, what bothered me about him is how they kind of like. I thought for a while there maybe Fassbender was the killer. He's like, well, we'll just go with your dead uncle. We'll just go with that then. I think he was covering up for some evil dark shit that he was doing, and that never came to fruition. Or less.
Well, no, he was just an addict, and they were calling out that he kept missing work for it.
Yeah, but then they got into case files, and it made it sound like he was from at least, or maybe I was overthinking it. I thought they were trying to get at that he was trying to cover up some bad things he did in the past. Because like, he was actively trying to mislead this girl from like pursuing these leads she was getting. It's like, no, just go after the husband. Just go after the husband. So he was just casually like being flippant about everything, and I thought that was going to go somewhere. It didn't.
No. All right. Next note.
Jimmy, what's one of yours?
One of my notes is I'll just go top down. So it goes to the beginning of the movie, and this is actually a positive note. The opening scene, the mom going under ice in the car, fucking tragic, actually reeled me into the movie real quick, and I was heartbroken and like, I don't know if I can handle this. That's super fucking sad and depressing and tragic.
I got angry.
And angry, yeah.
I was very, I was a mixture of sad and I was very angry at her, but also
sad for
could
him.
Understand why she broke the way. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I didn't understand it. That's not understandable among any means. I guess I'm not sympathetic enough for that. But
I wasn't sad for her. I was pissed off. She like, all right, well, you abandoned your son.
But
for what?
Because at that point, I wasn't like, this is a horrible movie. That's not complete. I was like, what an opening scene. My gut is in my throat right now. That was fucking tragic. So I thought it was a good opening scene. I just wrote, when my notes were, yo, mom going under ice was tragic, hurt me.
And I'll say this to compound off that, the car chase, when they're going down the road and the camera's behind the car and they go up and over that bridge, that beautiful bridge, it was like I gasped at how beautiful a shot that was.
That tracking shot in the beginning from right behind the
I need to go find that bridge.
You're talking about the chase scene. I need to go find it.
Shane. Yes. Yeah.
I didn't write it. Oh, I wrote down. I wrote down. You guys won't be able to see it. Can you see this?
A little bit.
Cool roads. Those fucking roads were so cool. The bridge, but then in between the tunnel, snow was like 3 feet deep on the side. Cool roads.
Jesus Christ, Jimmy. All right, cool roads.
So I didn't write as many notes for this one just because it was such a clusterfuck, but I did audibly say at one point, what the fuck is going on? And it took me like a second to realize I was talking out loud and nobody was in the theater to even care.
I'll say this. One of my other notes, just simply 3 words. Nice guy boyfriend.
Oh,
on the train when he was like taking blame for the guy blowing off his like pseudo stepson.
Yeah,
I was like, wow, this guy is super nice.
Oh yeah,
this is probably the best character in the whole movie. Fast forward an hour, he's a fucking murderer.
No, that was super nice. I was actually reminded of a story today when I was at the winery, where did something very similar. My friend threw up. My sister rented a house for 4th of July, and my friend threw up. Clogged the toilet just with his throw up, just like super bad, backed it up. It was overflowing. My sister came in and was like, what the fuck happened? Who did this? And I was just like, I shit really bad in there. I clogged the whole bathroom. It's my fault. So I was kind of like the killer in this movie. A super nice guy.
Wow.
All right.
Good story.
All right. Another one of my notes was that.
And that was talking Jimmy.
Let's talking shit.
Okay. No one seemed to care that the main girl died, really. Michael Fassbender's character got upset for...
Rebecca Ferguson?
No, I cared. Yes. I'm saying characters in the movie, nobody notified our family. It seemed like Fassbender cared for maybe 10 minutes, and that was...
Her dad was dead, so...
She still had a mom and sisters.
We don't know.
She mentioned, I think, one sister at one point.
You guys like the Bond movies, right? She's in a Bond movie.
Yeah.
Is she?
Yeah.
I think she was.
No, she's in Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible. Okay,
Oh,
sorry.
big.
Which she was great in that.
She's in a show called the White Queen, and
Okay.
I watched that whenever 2010, whenever it was. I love her. She's got a real unique, like, head on, gorgeous. And then some other angles, you're like, is she? And then they show, like, other angles, you're like, yes, she is. Big Rebecca Ferguson fan. She's also naked in The White Queen a lot. And very good body.
All right,
Okay.
that was Talking Jimmy. Yeah. Did you find it? Did you find it weird that he only cut off her finger?
What to get?
Yeah, I thought that was weird. And because he only cut off her finger, I was sure she wasn't actually dead. I kept waiting
Me
for
too.
a scene where they cut to Fassbender talking to her in the hospital recovering or something.
I agree that I thought she wasn't going to be dead, but didn't cutting off just her finger. That was because he wanted to get into the database and delete all her files. And it was also kind of to send a message because he had killed a couple people that weren't for the reason he killed the moms. Like we didn't even talk about it. He killed the moms because they had kids with people they didn't love, fathers that didn't grow up in the kids' lives, or had abortions. He didn't kill her for that reason. He killed her because she was getting close to the case, and it was kind of like a hint to Fassbender. This was a killing because she was getting close to me. That's why I didn't do all the snowman shit. I just cut off her finger and left her for you to find with a snowman on top of the car. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right, and
Yeah.
that's just it's weak.
I don't think it was weak. I thought it was good.
I feel
the rest
like
of the
a
movie
decent
was
bit
weak.
of the. Yeah, I think that's where most of the scenes they couldn't film were after that. I think in the written script, she probably survives. And they just couldn't film that, so they just left it so that she was dead.
Maybe.
Yeah, because if she, all he had to do was take her finger and put it on the computer that was right there. He could have done that in like all of 10 minutes.
Yeah.
He didn't need to cut her finger off to send a message like that. If he had just killed her and left her there for dead, I'm good with that. That would have been fine. But going ahead and using his special tool to like her finger off was just.
Yo, that special tool scared me more than like the idea of murder in general. Like, what is that tool? That's like when I saw.
I think that's an animal thing. Like, I think they use that on farms.
I think you're very correct, and is the same as when I saw No Country for Old Men, and he had that plug tool, like, and it shoots in and comes
Yeah,
out.
that thing was awesome.
And I was like, "Yo, I'm fucking out on the tool world. This shit is scary. Those two things shouldn't exist."
So in Old Country for Old Men, that tool, it's supposed to just kill like cows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought
it's also
that was. Is it?
Yeah.
I originally thought that was how you opened locks that you couldn't open, like how he used in the first scene. It was like, oh, well, that's a locksmith tool. Okay, that makes sense.
Nope, just something.
Boy, was I wrong.
Designed to kill something in 2 seconds.
Just to murder brains, just to mash brains to pieces. Okay.
So not at all related to this part, but was Fassbender's character supposed to be Norwegian, or was he supposed to be an American? Because his character's name is Harry Hole, which is the stupidest fucking name of a character.
Yeah, but he uses
everyone
holes
else had
to kill people at the final scenes of the most dramatic part. Just using holes.
You're an idiot. Oh.
Jesus, dude.
That was terrible.
That kills the final kill scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was by far. I could have gotten bored like saying, all right, well, this is like a shittily put together movie, and like if they made it like a good ending. But the fact that the ending, like, that was like, all right, well,
I think the ending was the worst part.
Oh, easily
They
the worst
ran
part.
out of money.
When he was like, all right, well, I'm just gonna go say, there's just so much breakdown. When he didn't kill the girl, he put his finger through that little twisty thing, and it didn't go through his finger and through her throat. His little cheap finger saved her throat. I don't buy that at all.
Well,
and she's on the ground saying, well, cut his, yeah, but if it cuts off your finger, then it's free to go through her throat too.
Very true.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that till right now. What the fuck?
Yeah, so it's a shit processing there. And then she's on the floor like, kill him. Like, why weren't you already on your way to kill him? He was in the room. Why'd you let him run away for like 30 seconds, get a little head start?
Yeah.
And then you just run out there and like, boom, you got shot. Well, yeah, no shit, you got shot. He's got a gun, and you're in the middle of the entire opening on a lake. Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, when he got
And
shot,
then why did he
showed him...
Why did he fall? Why did he fall through the ice? Why? They were both standing on the ice. Why did he all of a sudden fall through the ice right in front of this guy? It made no fucking sense.
Yeah,
It was
no,
so stupid.
agree with that. But also, they showed a tracking shot of Fassbender, and he was alone in the middle of this giant snowfield. And when he got shot, the guy walked up like he was just out of frame.
Mm-hmm.
Where the fuck was he hiding?
He was hiding in the smog. Were they trying to say? I don't know. But if he was hiding in the smog, he couldn't see him to shoot him.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was a really shitty attempt to kind of like tie the beginning scene with the final scene, because they both sank down and like, oh, he's with his mother. Oh, he's had.
Yeah,
it's bullshit.
But what if like they showed us somehow that Fassbender had I thought he was playing possum and he had somehow drilled holes around him in a circle, and then once that dude fell through, Fassbender was going to be on this circle of ice that was not connected to the rest of the ice, you know what I mean? And then he stood up and jumped off. I thought it was a trap he set for him to fall through.
You thought this is gonna be like Wile E. Coyote?
Yeah. Well, not originally, but once he fell through, okay. I was like, they have to back this up with some sort of logic to where Fassbender knew that was gonna happen, and he was playing.
Well, that's where you're wrong.
I know I was wrong, but even if they did that and it was super unrealistic, I'd rather be here talking about the movie hey, how about that trap he set? That was super unrealistic. Rather than,
what they could have done?
Falling through ice. That was convenient.
You know what they could have done to tie it back to the beginning and be at least a little bit more realistic is when that guy's walking up and about to shoot Fassbender, the kid takes one of the cars and rams that guy with the car and gets out in the car and that guy sink through the ice.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was bad.
I think that would have tied it back to the beginning perfectly. Well, not perfectly, but much better than this.
Well, how about the live music in this? It was horrible.
I liked it, though. It was so bad that it was good. That was my favorite part of the movie.
When he went to the live concert with his son or whatever, Oleg.
No. That was really bad.
That was really
when he
bad.
walked into the house and the music was playing, I was like, I need to buy this soundtrack.
It was
just for the live music.
It was like they were the production budget or producing company was like, this movie's gonna fail because we didn't film enough. We're not spending money on music. Go find some shitty bands in Osway and they'll play the music. It was bad. The soundtrack was pretty bad.
But it was so bad, it was amazing.
Well, I disagree there. I just think
I never noticed the soundtrack, to be honest.
Well, Sheehan,
No, we're talking about the live music.
When he went to the live concert with his son.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
This is bad music, right?
Yeah, I thought that was intentional though. That was supposed to be an out of touch parent figure trying to be oh, cool kids.
That's fine. I'm not saying it was bad movie making. It's just bad music.
No, that was probably the most believable thing in the whole movie for me. It's swing and a miss by stepdad. All right, well, he tried.
What about
also the look the kid gave on the killer? What was the killer's name again? Matthias?
Yeah, sure.
The look the kid gave Matthias in the car when the mom's phone was going off, and he's like, "Why do you have my mom's phone?" And he didn't answer, and he just gave this bewildered look at the guy as he continues to drive and unscrews his hormones. He's going to stab into the kid. Kid's doing nothing to try and get out of the car, just stares at him.
Yeah, he was pretty useless.
Yeah. Could have redeemed himself by using the car to run over Matthias.
What are you going to do? You're a little kid.
Wasn't that little?
How about that?
Yeah, he was 16, 17.
What about that dry humping sex scene? Was that supposed to be sexy? Was that supposed to be cool? Because I was like...
Wait, which one?
Which dry hump sex scene?
Was the ex-girlfriend or the detective lady?
Ex-girlfriend, when she was on top of him.
Okay.
They were wearing,
the fake sex.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, are they having sex right now? Because they're fully clothed. Maybe his pants are down. And then she got off of him, and his pants were still on.
There's nothing there.
So it was just dry humping, and it's that's boring.
What the fuck just happened?
Why did he?
Yeah, that was odd.
Why did either of them do that? It was pointless.
They wanted each other, but they couldn't, and they knew it.
Oh, whatever.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I thought you were talking about the detective. I can't remember. Rebecca
when
Ferguson.
When he body slams her and won't get off.
And I was like, oh shit, this is.
And I was like, is this gonna be a rape
all right.
scene?
That came
this
out
is
of
gonna happen,
nowhere.
guys. I was like, this is happening. I don't know why, but
Yeah, that came out of nowhere.
yeah, and she's like, get off me. He's like, I was like, oh shit, this is. I didn't know he's gonna be a rapist.
Yeah. He could have been the killer in that moment. I would have believed it if after that scene they led him to be the killer.
I did have one realization when I told you this was like a cozy movie for me. I was just sitting back, kind of enjoying it because so much else sucked in my life that last night. That at one point I was like, okay, like some of this has to tie together. What the fuck was that scene where his ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend was being so nice to him? That has to mean something. And then I was like, that guy's the killer. So I didn't really put it together, but I subconsciously kind of, my brain went like, that scene had to mean a lot more because it seems so out of place. So obviously it had to mean something. So I kind of figured it out, but I won't really take full credit because if you were sitting next to me, I wouldn't have said like, I think it's him. But my brain kind of said like, that meant something.
Something's up.
It was a weird ass scene.
Yep.
And that's the kind of shit, like, that's not a knock on this movie. That's the kind of shit I like in a movie where, like, you make me think and make me recount scenes.
That was actually the one successful thing because, like I said, I wrote a note. Really nice boyfriend. Yeah. I had no idea he was a killer.
Yeah, no, I think as we all keep saying, there's glimpses of a really good movie in this, and they just completely fucked up the execution of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd agree.
All right. Do we want to hop into our... Oh,
I have one more.
What do you got?
I have two more notes for you guys.
I got one more note too.
Right.
You
I'll
go
go
first.
one, then you go one, Shane.
We'll alternate. Okay, go back and forth.
Yeah.
Snake
Sounds
draft.
good. You go ahead.
Top note. The handwriting on the notes the killer left, super good. Just like my handwriting. Kind of scared me. All caps letters. Central alignment. I was like, oh boy, did I write these notes? It's a lot like my handwriting. So I was a little scared there.
Okay.
All right. What do you got, Sheehan?
That was Talking Jimmy. Part
Talking
3.
handwriting.
Okay. There was a laugh out loud moment for me. And that was when he just casually broke open this girl's like cabinet by ripping off the back of this locked cabinet.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
When he just flipped it up.
But do you know how true that is?
No.
Most of your file cabinets with the security lock are you just it's like a 1/4 inch thin fiberboard in the back. You just punch a hole through it, no problem.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so true. Like it's so easy to get in some of these locked file cabinets.
All right,
Jimmy. Last note.
And Dave, this is for you. The first girl that died, Brick, whatever her name was, like Brick Bennett. That's Alicia from Glitch, and Glitch has been. Glitch has been a recommendation for the last 2 weeks. And now
Oh my god!
Actress.
I knew she looked familiar. That's amazing. I'm all in on this movie now just because it boosts her profile.
Good for Alicia from
incredible.
Glitch. She was the first girl on camera that died in this movie.
That's incredible.
Wow.
All right.
We don't have a podcast unless we talk about Glitch.
About that than I was about the entire movie.
I was watching it, so when I have this movie pass, I have movies where I can choose where I sit. So I get it last second. I see where everyone else is sitting, and I try to find a place where if I turn my phone on, no one will know at all. So no one ever chooses the back row. So I choose the back row, and then I get to look at my phone. So she came on the screen. I was like, oh shit, is this the girl from Glitch? Pulled up IMDb, looked it up. I was like, it is. It's the girl from Glitch. Good for her. Good for her.
Nice.
All right.
With that,
all right. I got one more. Sorry.
One more?
So sorry.
You lied to me, you bastard.
Yeah.
All right.
Can we just talk about J.K. Simmons and how weird that was? His
what
whole
a
character.
waste.
I thought he was great in it, though.
I did not.
Sure, but like, what a
more.
waste.
I felt like he just needed more.
Why was he such a creep? Why was he taking pictures? Why? What? I have so many questions into his character.
Because they were prostitutes for the most part.
Or the sex was it sex slaves or human marketing?
Yeah, human trafficking. Yeah, he was into that. I thought that was going to be an amazing subplot that they kind of just dropped as soon as Rebecca Ferguson's character died.
But the way he flashed his phone, and he had the flash on.
Yeah.
Everyone knows you take a shit picture when you take a flash.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that.
I agree.
But he just snapped the face.
The first time, because it was a dark auditorium, I was okay with it. But when he was standing next to Rebecca Ferguson and just took it in her face with the flash.
Yeah. The first time I was like, oh, well, maybe it's because
one time, bro.
The first time I was like, oh, well, maybe he was taking a picture for his records. Maybe he's going to use it for an actress or something like. I don't know. But then he just snapped it in Rebecca's face. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I had
then,
to get that out there. I had to get my what the fuck moment out.
Well, no. Also, then it wasn't like he left and had to remember what she looked like. He walked 5 feet away and told a security guard to give her a key.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you need the picture then?
So he can send it off to his minions to post on the internet. Say, all right, well, this is for you can buy her for 70 rubles.
All right.
I don't know what Norwegian money is, but it sounds right.
I don't think it's rubles. But
We're gonna go with rubles, unless you tell me otherwise.
It's definitely rubles. With that, let's hop into our review. We normally review on a 3-pronged scale, which is our critical score, our popcorn score, which is entertainment, would we watch it again, and a pairing, which is what would we drink if we are going to watch it again. We used to give our individual scores, but we're switching it up. We're going to go critic, entertainment, and then give individual pairings, but we're going to decide as a podcast what we're going to do for critic score.
A unified front.
Oh, yeah. What do you guys got? Sheehan, take it away.
So we're going to do snap judgment, 25% critical rating.
Okay.
As we said last week, anything below 50 is a shit movie, and it was. But I gotta give it 25% for the nice setting. It had some potential that was lost. Camera work seemed okay.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think
that's really all I got.
The 9%,
that's all I got.
It's at Rotten Tomatoes right now is too low. That's
a little harsh. It's a little harsh. Yeah.
I agree it's below 50, which I said was the crosshairs, the line of is this worth attention? So if you're below 50, you like Happy Death Day knew you can't submit this movie for any award because you'll be laughed off screen. This movie wanted to be submitted for awards and then realized they fucked up, and then we're like, well, let's squeeze it out anyway. And let's try, I bet they'll try to get an award for cinematography or something like that, because it was kind of beautiful, the overhead shots.
They'll try, but the reputation behind this movie will kill it.
It's below 50. It's like it doesn't deserve any awards.
It's definitely below 50. I think because the potential's there, I got to go higher than the 25.
Yeah, I think I'm going higher than 25 because I don't hate this movie. I pity it. I feel very bad for it. So I'm gonna give it a 40. I'll give it a 40. I think everything was going good for it, besides the direction, the director. They chose a different director, and I know we said you can't say what if, so I'm not gonna go above 50, but I'm gonna go up to 40.
Okay, I think that's fair. I'm gonna go 35, just because I don't think it's as bad as what Sheehan was saying. But like you said, the performances were great, the cinematography was fantastic, and the story, the plot was great. They just didn't film it all.
I didn't know we were in the business of giving out handouts.
Well, we are.
I thought we were keeping it real, guys.
Hey,
sorry.
I'm telling you, if this comes out with like a director's cut where somehow he has more scenes, it'll be good.
No, it won't, because they literally don't have any more scenes. The director was like, fuck, I don't know. I couldn't make a movie out of these
What's that leave us at? A 33%?
Yeah, 33%. Just did the math. Which feels about right for this movie.
32. It looks like a better number.
32?
Okay, we'll go 32.
Fine with me. 32
Official
critics.
six-pack score, 32. Stamp it on there. Let's
32.
go to popcorn ratings. What are you guys giving it? I'm giving it a 1.
No, okay, so I'm higher. So I'll make my case for it to be a higher than a 1. If we go through the movies, we went through Lucky Logan, we gave like a 4 something. This is way lower than a Lucky Logan. Lucky Logan was way more entertaining.
Yes.
Mother, I still enjoyed sitting through this movie more than Mother. So it's above Mother.
Yes. What do we give Mother? That was a 0.
It was
Right?
zero, right?
I think.
Okay.
Stronger for me. I know you guys like Stronger more than me. I know Sheehan definitely did. Stronger was better, but as a whole, it was better. Sitting through, Stronger wasn't head over shoulders better than me while watching. We're talking while watching, but it was better.
But
Battle of the Sexes.
watching this, I checked my. This is the first movie in a long time I was looking at my watch, being like, it has to be done. First time I did that in this movie was 30 minutes in.
All right, so yeah, I'm different than you because even I'd rather watch this again than Battle of the Sexes.
Oh, I don't agree with that.
Ooh, I don't agree with that at all.
I thought that was a much more enjoyable overall movie.
Happy Death
Yeah.
Day, Stronger, Lucky Logan were more
Yeah, it
exciting
was.
for me. Snowman, the same exact plane as Battle of the Sexes. Mother's the worst of what we've done.
All right, so what's your number?
2.5.
So, but see, it's out of 5. So you're saying it's a 50%. You say like, oh, it could be. You're like middle of the road there.
Yeah, I'm saying like.
And I think if this came on TBS, like that's my test to myself is if this comes on TBS, well, I'll sit down and watch it.
TBS.
And I won't. I'll remember how disjointed it was and how fucking confusing. And I'll say I'll flip on Family Guy reruns instead of watching this.
This wasn't terrible for me until it didn't conclude well.
I'll give it a 2. I'll. You're right. It's not the worst thing. It was. For me, a bad day watching the movie in a theater is better than anything else. Excuse me. So it wasn't a total waste of time. I'll give it a 2. Or a generous 2.
Mother, I was out from the beginning. I was like, this fucking sucks. I didn't enjoy any of it. The Snowman, I was like, this seems bad. This doesn't seem good. But if they were to pull it off at the end, it would have been high. But they didn't.
Yes, the potential was there. They fumbled it though.
Yes, where Mother, the potential was never there, and they still fumbled it.
Yeah. All right. So you went 2.
I went.
Sheehan?
You went 2.
Sorry,
I went 2.5. You went 1. So 2, right? 2.1.
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Sure.
I can't go above that. I hated this. Wanted to blow my brains out.
Well,
This was the only movie
know.
besides Mother that I wanted to walk out of that we've done.
I
ain't that much. If this movie was done right, it would have been like a Mystic River.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but it wasn't done right.
But it
We got to
wasn't.
stop saying if it was
But
done
it wasn't.
right.
Well, yeah, but that was what you said on Happy Death Day. Like, if they made it a good movie, you gave it extra points.
And we shit all over
Yeah,
for that.
I
one, too.
understand.
Yeah.
I mean, 2.5.
So we're gonna shit on you now.
2.5 is not a high score. I'm just saying.
That's the average, though. That's the middle, middle of the pack. I don't think this was a middle of the pack movie.
You're I wouldn't say it's 2.5 is not average.
Yeah, I'm not. I think 2.5 is bad.
I mean, I don't know.
And I think.
Yeah, we're all in
And
agreement.
I think that halfway through, I was like,
I-
"This can be good," but then it really.
I'm
fell
not gonna
apart.
die on a hill of popcorns. So let's just
Okay.
call it 2
All
and
right,
call
2.
it a day.
2. Stamp that.
Talking about popcorns.
2 popcorns. What were you guys drinking if you watched this movie again?
Vodka slushy.
Jimmy, what'd you got?
All right.
Vodka slushy.
Fair. I would
via
go
a
with an
straw.
alcoholic snow cone.
All right, there you go.
What? Why do you
You
need
got
the
straw?
Because you just suck all the vodka up at the beginning, and you're like, "This is gonna be good. I love this." And then it's just left with ice and shit water that you're sucking up, trying to get some good shit out of it, but nothing good is down there.
Wait, when you have slushies, are you not having flavored slushies?
Not when it's a vodka slushy. It's just literally snow off the ground and vodka. I've never had this before. I was talking about if I was to pair something with this movie.
Wow. Okay.
That's wild. What about you?
That's how
Sheehan?
slushies work. You drink it all with a straw, and then you search for good shit, and there's not that much good shit left.
But I don't even think they make unflavored slushies. You could do.
I think you guys are again. I think you're dying on the wrong
Take
hill
the
here.
flavor you're thinking
said-
of and exchange it for vodka.
You're saying,
No, you mix it.
oh my
Like
god.
you have a Sprite slushy and you mix it.
No.
Or if you're doing like rum, you can do a rum and Coke slushy.
No, mine's just vodka. You didn't listen. You didn't hear me out. It's just vodka
Oh, my
slushy.
internet froze. I have no idea if you guys can hear me.
He just wants a vodka slushy. Let him have a vodka slushy.
Vodka slushy, man.
All right.
You asked me what I'd pair this with. Vodka slushy. No other flavors involved.
Let him have a vodka slushy. Just let him have
Hey,
it.
I'm sorry. You won. You beat me down.
God damn it, dude.
Shane,
Okay.
what about you?
All right. I'm gonna go. Then I usually drink a mule when I'm doing these things. I'm gonna go with an Oslo Mule.
What the hell's an
you hear
Oslo
that?
Mule?
Had to look it up. It's got ginger beer and
Akavit.
akavit. Ever hear of akavit?
No, what's that?
Neither did I. It's this Scandinavian liquor.
Ooh, we should get some.
It's
Shout
it's
out, sponsor the
basically
pod.
it's basically a dill or caraway flavored alcohol. So it must be
Sounds
terrible.
bad.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have a akavit Oslo Mule.
Okay. I think these are all 3 very bad drinks to go with this very bad
Yep.
movie. That-
It's mine's got a little bit mystique to it, a little mystery,
it does.
a little
I-
Scandinavian
yeah,
spice.
I like that move. I'm impressed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
All right,
because we didn't know what we were watching.
and you won't know what
We
you're
don't know what
drinking.
we're drinking. Exactly.
Yeah. Awesome. Maybe I'll slip a roofie in mine then.
Ooh, get a
Knock me
get a
out.
roofie yourself. Kicky son of a bitch.
All right, that wraps up
All
our
right.
review of Snowman.
The
Fucking
Snowman.
horrible film. The Snowman.
The Snowman.
All right. Weekly.
Can I say one more thing? One more thing. Coffee beans. Anyone know why coffee beans?
Because his mom was playing with them in the beginning.
Was that the only reason why?
So yeah.
I have one.
Connected to
I have
his
one.
child.
I have one more thing. You know, the detective
Done
that
yet.
was in. You know the detective that you said looked like something.
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen
Yeah,
with a shellfish
that dude
allergy?
was in
Yep.
a Showtime show called The Borgias about the Borgia Pope, and he married the Borgia's daughter, and they wanted to annul the marriage, and she said that he was impotent, and the way to prove that was for him to have sex with her in front of all the papacy, and he was too embarrassed and couldn't do it. So that dude has a long line of playing just like an unlikable schmuck in movies, and his face fits it. Sucks for that actor.
Okay then.
And that was Talking Jimmy, part
Good.
4.
Good.
Talking
Good to know.
impotency.
And that wraps up our review of The
Impotency.
Snowman. Let's hop into our weekly recommendations. Sheehan, what do you got?
I'm gonna go with a movie came out a couple years ago, The Nice Guys. I've been on a Ryan Gosling kick ever since the Blade Runner fiasco we had to go through. Nice Guys, fantastic movie. It's nothing but laughs, nothing but good time. It's a chipper, happy day movie.
Nice.
Go
I
see it.
think I'll watch it this week because I think I've seen the entire
Have you not
thing,
seen it?
just not in order. I've seen bits and pieces.
It's a delight.
Yeah. And it's on HBO, right?
Jimmy, have you seen it? Yeah, it is.
Okay. I'll check it out there. Jimmy, what about you?
Oh, and also I want you guys all to check out Game 1 of the World Series.
Not interested.
Yeah, there's some good teams in it.
Oh yeah, 2 of
Mm-hmm.
the best teams in baseball. Red Oaks. You guys ever watch Red Oaks on Amazon?
Never
No.
heard of it.
What is it?
Okay, so Amazon has like their pilot season where they make like 10 pilots and they get voted on, and the winners get made into seasons. Red Oaks won like 3 years ago. 3 seasons. It just ended, so it's like over. So it's officially a full season. They knew it was going to end, so they made it end. It was only 6 episodes, 20 minutes long for the 3rd season. I think the 1st and 2nd season were 20-minute episode 10. So it's short. It's short, sweet. It's like a quick thing. It is set in the 80s,
Okay.
coming of age story about a kid who just graduated college. You ever seen Adventureland with Jesse Eisenberg?
Yes.
It's like that, but a TV
Yeah.
series. He just graduated college. He wants to be a film director, but doesn't know where to go. So he works at a summer club, like a Jewish summer club, as a tennis pro. And it's about like the first season is about all of the people that work there and their relationships, and then it grows season to season. The 3rd season just came out Friday, 6 episodes long. I just watched it. It's not like hysterical. It's not like Always Sunny. It's not amazing, but if you like coming of age stories, it's definitely worthwhile.
Oh,
All right.
I'll add that. I'm going with Vice Principals season 2.
It's been so good.
Didn't realize it. I didn't realize it had started yet,
Yep.
so I binge watched the whole season this morning.
Up until now,
I think it's better. Yeah, no, there's only 5
Yeah.
episodes out now, but I think it's better than season 1.
Yeah,
Because
I
now we
advocate-
know the characters, so they can do more wacky shit with it. And
I advocated for it somewhere else when I was talking to someone. Season 1 was like, is this the same thing as Eastbound and Down? Is it just the same humor? It's funny, but is it really clever? Season 2 has been like really good, I think. I really, really enjoy it. Danny McBride was on Barstool Radio, and he said his brand of comedy is like kindergarten humor, like downright dumbass humor that anyone can laugh at. And then 10 minutes later, it's like super dark, but also emotional and meaningful. Dave, you saw the scene where like he actually comes around and is nice to the kid he got suspended and wants him to better his life.
oh yeah,
And that's a moment in that series
moment.
where you're like, fuck, did Vice Principals, the show about like shit and piss jokes, just have a really heartfelt, meaningful scene that touched me? And it's like, yeah, it did. He does a really
absolutely.
good job with
That scene got to me, and I was telling Sheehan too. Even at the end of the first episode, when he was throwing the cane and standing up to all those kids who were bullying the other vice principal, I was like, holy shit! I feel motivated from a goddamn Danny McBride monologue in Vice Principals right now. That caught me. That threw me for a loop.
It's truly a gift. Like Danny, he kind of explained like that's his style, but I think it's genuinely impressive and kind of goes unnoticed that he can throw all those emotions at you at once and have you buy into all of them.
For sure. I recently saw Alien Covenant just because the reviews were horrible. I put off watching it, and then I saw it on one of my flights a couple weeks ago, and he was the best part of that, I thought. And he wasn't comic relief. He was playing it straight.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right. Anything else, guys?
Cool.
All right.
No, we're actually already 20 minutes into the Patriots game. Thanks, guys.
We did it just for you.
What are we watching next week?
Yeah.
Next week, we are watching Jigsaw. Everybody go out.
What?
You wanted to watch it,
What?
right?
I think we need to take a break from all these shit movies, okay? Because I know that one may not
You
be
were the
so
one who
top-notch.
was yelling at us that we got to do that.
Yeah, I have changed my mind. We didn't discuss this beforehand.
I didn't bring it up because I assumed we were still on from what we decided weeks ago.
Can we do it on? Oh yeah, that was weeks ago, and I think we have to change it up because I thought Snowman would be. Snowman might be a substance. I refuse to watch anything other than Suburban.
Is Suburban out next week? Let's watch that.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Boom.
Screw Jigsaw. Everybody go out, watch Suburbicon. Knock on wood, it won't be
I
bad.
just diva you guys.
All right, Jimmy, kick it to the outro.